you saw what is the problem and why CQRS is needed. So let's take the same problem, ticket booking thing, and try to solve it, right? So like I said, what is query then? In command query, there are two things, like one is query and one is command. And we are saying, since the data is always stale and people will see the stale data, let's make it more explicit. Let's make a stale database where you say that let me put this database separately, which is always stale. So what I will do is I create another database called as read database, and then I'll create another where it is more of write database. Will this solve? Let's see. So our problem was there are many people who are trying to see how many tickets are there and try to book also, and they are like say 20,000 people or something like that. So if you go to your database and keep inserting, whether it is fast or slow, as compared to read some data first from the database, do some operation and then again write per transaction. For one transaction I am doing this two operation of database operation, and here I am just doing one write. Keep inserting one, just write one SQL query, insert. Which one will fast? Performance will fast.
Right.
This model, right? That is what CQRS is saying. If you have this kind of problem, when you ask them people to book, let them just book. Don't even crash or don't even check. Just show them whatever they are seeing from their knowledge. I need to this front 5. I am seeing it. I'll take it. I'll book it. Let them take that command. Insert that command to your database. Book 5 tickets from front. Right? And show your user. What do you show them to the user? Hey, your ticket is booked. Happy. Do you show like that?
5 tickets.
Congratulations.
5 tickets. Confirmation. You see the
Right.
confirmation.
So I'm saying that user is seeing front tickets, let's say front seats, but are they live? Are they there? Is that the guarantee that they have the 5 tickets available?
No.
There is no guarantee, right? Because it is stale data. Because somebody else is also watching it and they might have already booked it. But if you try to do this operation, like I will check and then I will try to write. If not, if this is already booked, then throw exception, and then some client side will do some exception catch and show that hey, those 5 tickets are booked. If you do all of that live, then you cannot support 20,000 people who are again waiting, right? So for that kind of situation where 20,000 people wants to book the ticket, and you do not, and you want them to see this page rather than just for one transaction, it is waiting. It is consuming your database. You will say, no, I will not do this, I will do this. I will say, I will take the request, put that into your queue, right, or some database saying that this is happening, and then you want to show what? What message you will show here?
You will receive a confirmation mail soon.
Exactly, that's what you will do. You will say, hey, we took your request,
We'll process it soon.
we will inform you in email soon, or we will give you tickets in email soon, or we will inform you what happens, right? Immediately they will not reply because this is highly collaborative system. Then how about this side? Then how many people can interact now? And what would be the UI? How UI will be there then? It should be pretty fast, right? Because now UI is just plain. You book your 20 ticket here and submit. Done. You see the message quickly. From client side, you don't even care. You make HTTP post, show a message. Hey, I'm done. Even you don't need to wait for that post to come or fail or whatever, right? You just post and then wait. And in post also it is now very lightweight. It just does one insert, one row insert, which is very fast. And then these databases are very fast just to do insert rather than keep doing all of that major operation, right? So this way we improve the performance of taking more orders. Now your business is improved. You are not putting your clients in a pain saying that okay, for just $30 I am spending more time. There are some of the VIP clients who wants to book the first front row. For them, they have to wait for your system to load because 20,000 people who are booking the back rows. And you are penalizing your VIP customers who are giving you more money and you are giving this poor performance, right? So this kind of problem, higher real practical problem, so you need to learn some architecture style. So this is the one architecture style. CQRS, we saying it, okay, for your VIP customers, we will do something different, wait, but let me first design for your other customers. So this is the design for other customer who are quickly just saving it and they are seeing this. But if somebody is paying you, let's say, $3,000 to just get the front row, you do not want to show them like this.
Yeah.
So we will talk that later. But just wait. I am talking about 20,000 people who are trying to book from other. They should be at least submit their request, right, and wait for their email.
If what both the persons are booking the same seats, although they get the same message. But
And then we will talk about that.
Okay.
But I'm saying first now what we solved is at least we took their money, we took their request. We didn't even charge them yet, right? Their credit card is also not charged, but at least they are happy that their things are done and they are waiting. But for you are not taking that problem in your system, saying that okay, no, I have to show my client completely, and you make your system very poor so that you're not doing good for anybody, right? You're not doing good for yourself, you're not doing good for the client also. But at least this way you are doing something good. They can wait because they are taking the back row and something like that, and they can wait. And here also you can take that request, take this command, and then here directly, instead of directly, you just insert that command in this database, right? And then let this, either you insert here directly, or what you can do is, you can put them in a queue, saying that whoever comes, I will put here. Let's say first request, second request, third request, fourth request. You put them in a queue, right? Take one by one request, and now you go to database and see, okay, in my database, I just insert that command, or if the tickets are not available, I will not insert it, right? Or let's say I just insert here, and then let them see whenever another process will run. Okay, for the first request, I will see how many tickets are available. Let's say 20 seats are already booked. Then I'll say, okay, I will not generate the ticket. I will just put a notification in some other database saying, send him an email saying that front rows are booked and these are the other options that he can try. And this is working offline. It is not on the same thread, right? You can run some batch job who is doing this task, and nightly it is doing, or sometimes later. Or maybe at the same time, but after some different thread and after some different option he will do it, right? He is doing. So this is the part where it is more of, I started with query, but I end up doing command. So this is called as command. So when from the user you are taking an order and just you are inserting, that is called as command. So this command will never fail. But in the previous condition, the command was failing at some point where tickets are not available. But now in this paradigm we are saying command never fails. Just take the command and show them happy message, unless they are not putting, let's say, price, and they are not putting ticket seat number. Those validation you do upfront in the client side, right? Those validation in the client side you do, whether make sure that tickets sheet number they are selecting and they are putting the price checkbox. All of that validation you will do. Once that is done, the client side JavaScript validation is done, and that request is submitted to the server. You put them in the queue and just send them a message saying that we are working on it. So this is the command part where we say take the command from the client, right? And before you take the command, you do client side validation, which is basic validation you do. You don't do actual validation. You do basic validation so that you know that it is coming from my client rather than some third party other person, right? So our client is coming from this website where whenever this command comes, this command is always valid. It has seat number, price and all of that. I take that, put it in queue, show them a message. Done. So this will solve a problem where there is a lot of customers. You can take their orders. Now I'll go to the other part of it, where how to show them the data, why this query is there and how it is helping. So this is the command. So command comes when? When command comes? Why command came here? Which problem it is solving?
Orders.
Which problem it is solving?
Rather than waiting, it's just taking the command and storing it
Into the database
database.
or in the queue, storing it in the queue, let's say. So what problem it is solving?
The time complexity.
The time of waiting, right? You are not allowing them to wait. Wait means what? For just this page to wait or page to load and then taking that order to those things. You do not want them to look to wait for that, right? And you are taking more orders. You are taking more business now. That is another thing. Third thing, now it is collaborative, supported. Now let's say 20,000 people, we don't care. We can scale more. We can put more database, more queues, and scale more. So that problem we solved now. Other problem we solved is, so whenever they are taking order, we are making sure that they are happy. We are not failing or rejecting those orders, right? We are not immediately rejecting. We are not immediately charging them. So that is also important. So they are waiting. They will say, if my thing is done, my thing is delivered, I will be charged. So this is one thing called as command in the CQRS. So therefore they say that command should just don't return anything. It should just execute. You take it, you don't expect anything to be returned yet, right? So command, if you try to put the signature of the command, it should be like book, and what would be the return type? Nothing. It should be void. So whenever the return type is void, it is a command. It takes a message, change the state of the database, the model, and then raise an event saying that ticket is booked or not booked or whatever. So that is a command. So command never rejects. Command helps us to reduce the contingency. Like a lot of people are jamming in the same time. It will reduce that. Now next we will learn about the query. How query is participating in this paradigm and how it is solving the other problems that we have.